Hello, Mechwarriors. I'm doing a quick build review of this Bushwacker X1 that they gave away some months ago, and I'd actually forgotten about. And I came up with a good build, kind of leveraged some ideas that I got from some friends, and came up with a build that I like, and I called this the Bushmaster. Now, just for the purposes of making this a little bit more visible for this video, I have gone and incorporated in the reds and stuff, but generally I have this painted kind of a gray and green and black. But otherwise it looks pretty good otherwise, and the red just kind of highlights the way it looks right now. So let's take a look at this build. First of all, I did do a rack 5 on this, and it's up in the high mount spot here. And on the opposite side, we have a rocket pod here. And then we also have a X-pulse laser down here, and we have a series of heavy machine guns, which you'll see in the build coming up. Let's hit the mech lab. So as I mentioned, we have a rack 5 on board, and we have 1, 2, 3 heavy machine guns on board as well. And then we've got ammo placed in different places throughout the body. Now, because this mech doesn't have case protection, I put some of the ammo in the head, because if I lose the head, it's over anyways. And then I put the primary machine gun ammo in here, and then backup weapon ammo for the rack in each one of the legs, and then a half a ton of the machine gun armor ammo down here. I'm running a 295 motor on this, and as I mentioned, I've got the rocket pod right there as well. Now, as far as the overall overlay of this mech, basically it comes down to that you're going to use the heavy machine guns, the rockets, and the lasers for close quarters battling, and then the rack 5 to help pepper targets that are getting spotted and targeted on the battlefield. This is not a frontline mech, this is a backup secondary mech for helping on the battlefield. I tried this a couple of different ways. One of them doing rack 2s and light machine guns, and I even tried doing a flamer, and just didn't have very good success. So this worked out the best so far. So heat management is 1.26. Firepower is given as 79.4, so it's pretty generous. And the speed is 89.5, and that's with some speed tweak added to it. There is no jump jet on it, and we get down into the additional meat and potatoes. I added a cool shot and 2 artillery strikes. We have a velocity quirk of 50%, and we have a machine gun rate of fire of 100%. Now, the rate of fire only helps the machine gun, doesn't help the rotary, so we did some additional stuff in the skill tree for that. But as far as survivability goes, center torso, we're getting plus 15. Left and right torso, we're getting plus 15. Left and right arm, left arm, we're getting plus 15. And right arm, we're getting plus 25. That's actually kind of nice. It makes a good shield. And then the legs, we're getting, it looks like plus 8, if I read that correctly. It's so damn small. Anyway. So let's take a look at the skills tree, and this will explain this build a little bit more. So when we come down to the skills trees, initially I was trying this with AC5s and then AC2s and then light AC2s. So that's why there's a little bit of cooldown added. But this is what I ended up going with that I think that works best for me, at least for my play style. Is I went with range so I can reach out and touch people at greater distance with the rotary cannon and the heavy machine guns. Then I went with heat management to manage the heat of those rotary cannons. Now, I will admit that the heat management of this build gets better after you get through the rocket pod. Once the rocket pod is expended, the heat management is actually pretty damn good. We went with maximum velocity because that's going to help with the rotary cannon, and obviously it's not going to hurt adding it to the heavy machine guns. We went with additional ammo for both, and obviously UAC jam chance reduction right there because this mech doesn't have any. Scuttle density, armor hardening, reinforced casing, all maxed out. 2 points into overheat damage protection. It's going to get hot eventually. It's just kind of the way of things, especially at Rublet. And then we went with some speed tweak and some kinetic burst features there. Cool run and heat containment, can't hurt. Maxed out on seismic sensor. You're going to be supporting the front battlefield, which means you're going to have to deal with light mechs. And being able to detect them when they get closer is much better. You got to remember, some of those light mechs on the battlefield have stealth, and a UAV isn't going to do anything but look really pretty in the sky. That's all a UAV is going to do. So seismic sensor is going to pick up on those guys when they're getting close. And maxing it out is going to make it easier to see them at a greater distance. And then, as I mentioned, I did 2 artillery strikes and a cool shot. So ultimately, I feel like this build really leverages on being able to be a frontline support, but without actually being the frontline prime objective death dealer. And also being able to support heavies and assaults with dealing with light and medium mechs. This is basically designed to go after light mechs. Anything that comes in that's stealth or anything, it's got to be a problem, like medium mechs that are fast. This is going to definitely be able to shoo them away and push in some damage as well. Anyway, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe.